Give it a
Foolish
second.
it was.
It still has to switch over, you know that. Resume the game. My dot's still green on Discord. I'm at the point
Help
where...
me. They're everywhere. You're Grey Wardens, aren't you?
I'm at the point where
The tower.
people don't
It's been
watch,
taken.
like, the
What are you
videos.
talking about, man? Taken how?
Then I'm
The
just gonna
Darkspawn
just
came up
play
through the lower
without
chambers. They're
streaming.
everywhere. Most of our men are dead.
Then we have to get to the beacon and light it ourselves.
I'll be back. Damn, my dad's already fucking started that shit this morning.
What is he doing now?
He's doing okay.
Of course.
Back.
We go to combat! Why do they bother? Oh! Yeah! All right. Here we go! And so I shall. Delighted. Of course. Play fair! Yeah! Shame about the face! Ah! All right. Ha! Oh! I can barely stand. This is terrible. All right. All right. Let's see. Delighted.
Come on! AI! Come on!
And so I shall. You could have just given up, you know. Delighted. Oh! Now this should be amusing.
Ah, you stupid creature! So you guys are all up there for some stupid reason. Being complete idiots. There's a point in time when you know you could leave them alone.
All right. As you desire. And so I shall.
Take that! Let's have
As
at
you
it!
desire.
And stay down!
Take all his stuff. Ah.
Lightly on skill.
Hey now!
Some glory. Down, boy.
Of course.
Alistair leveled up. Let's see, my daggers are better, but this might be a better dagger for me to equip. I'm gonna replace one of the daggers with that. We're gonna need our health potions, so we're gonna go into it.
They won't hear a thing.
I'm stealthing because I am not going to trigger them to go berserk. So I'm gonna have to go through this door up here.
What? music.
Delighted. And so I shall. All right.
See, running people like that, I don't get right to butt about them. They can die for all I care.
Maker's breath. What are these Darkspawn doing ahead of the rest of the Horde? There wasn't supposed to be any resistance here. Right, because clearly this is all just a misunderstanding. We'll laugh about this later. At any rate, we need to hurry. We need to get up to the top of the tower and light the signal fire in time. Taron Logain will be waiting for the signal.
So stealth.
Let's be silent now.
Do 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 do. Do do do. Stealth mode.
Just giving up, you know.
Back to stealth.
They won't hear a thing.
Stay invisible. No one is going to hear a thing. The combat started and then these doors, the Horde doors open. Hordor! I need weapons. I need a new dagger. No, that's not a dagger. I'm a filthy mage. Of course, I'm using up some of my ability power, like energy I have available to be stealthy at this moment, but so very useful. Behind this door. Alright. Alright, alright, alright. So we're gonna open the door. We're the sorcerer! That's it! Just die already! Okay, so I leveled up. Neat! Okay, so we need more health. So we got 16 on health. Now we want a bit more on strength. We got to cut them down. I mean, seriously, I'm a sneaky rogue, but I'm not able to do that. We're going to give ourselves actually a lockpicking 2 this time, so we're going to break locks better. We're a sneaky rogue. Alright, anything lootable out here? Nope. Lootable! Lootable! Alright, boys, we're going to walk through this door. There was 2 floors or 3 floors? I don't remember. And then there was the top.
Loghain better be ready to charge as soon as we light the signal.
Let's be silent.
The king is depending on us.
I like my tactic. I slip on it. Ah, he's sitting there hiding. And I go for the closest archer in the back.
I should like that. Aha! Here we go. Take that! Cut them down! Yes!
Of course.
See if I can get my little. Woo! Almost open the door without being illegal.
They won't hear a thing. What's this? Aha! What did you?
That lever over there, it will release the hounds.
Let's be silent now.
I do want to go in.
This is it! Off we go to combat! And that! And stay down!
The light.
Well, somebody's killed. So these guys need some rest.
Here.
You're injured? All good. I don't know what's behind this door, but we're stealthy.
They won't hear a thing.
Do it! Here and stab your neck!
Here we go! Oh no!
Damn you!
You could have just given up, you know. Play fair! We must get to the top
Delighted.
of the tower.
Oh, duh. Can we dual-wield axes? I'm just curious. Nope, you cannot wear it. Dual-wield them. Nope, that would get rid of my problem. So, yeah. This should be to the top, I think. Oh, God. No, actually I knew about him because that's why I had to make sure I didn't use any potions. You know, a couple times the potion would have been wise. You had it! Let me! Okay, that's active. No, it's not. Active ability. Get it!
Let's have at it! Now this should be amusing. Right, good. What's this?
Beacon is over here. We've surely missed the signal. Let's light it quickly before it's too late.
Sound the retreat.
But what about the king? Should we not...
Do as I command.
Pull out! All of you, let's move!
That's no bullcrud! I still hate Terran Logain. The first time I saw that, I thought it was a quick time event and I failed.
Ah, your eyes finally open. Mother shall be pleased. I am Morrigan, lest you have forgotten, and we are in the wilds where I am bandaging your wounds. You are welcome, by the way. How does your memory fare? Do you remember Mother's rescue? The man who was to respond to your signal quit the field. The Darkspawn won your battle. Those he abandoned were massacred. Your friend, he is not taking it well. The suspicious dim-witted one who was with you before, yes. He is outside by the fire. Mother asked to see you when you awoke. I will stay and make something to eat.
Key required, huh?
You must speak to Mother, then be gone. You have an army of Darkspawn to avoid, and 'twould be best to get an early start. I will
Okay, so you're gonna prepare something to eat.
See, here is your fellow Grey Warden. You worry too much, young man.
You're alive. I thought you were dead for sure. Duncan's dead. The Grey Wardens. Even the King. They're all dead. Oh, this doesn't seem real. If it weren't for Morrigan's mother, we'd be dead on top of that tower.
Do not talk about me as if I am not present, lad.
I didn't mean... But what do we call you? You've never told us your name?
Names are pretty, but useless. The chastened folk call me Flemeth. I suppose it will do.
The Flemeth? From the legends? Daveth was right. You're the Witch of the Wilds, aren't you?
And what does that mean? I know a bit of magic, and it has served you both well, has it not? If you know what is good for you, I suppose you should.
We need to bring Logain to judgment. Why would he do this?
Now that is a good question. Men's hearts hold shadows darker than any tainted creature. Perhaps he believes the Blight is an army he can outmaneuver. Perhaps he does not see that the evil behind it is the true threat.
The Archdemon. By ourselves? No Grey Warden has ever defeated a Blight without the army of a half-dozen nations at his back. Not to mention... I don't know how.
How to kill the Archdemon, or how to raise an army? It seems to me those are two different questions, Have the Wardens no allies these days?
I don't know. Duncan said that the Grey Wardens of Orlais had been called, and Arl Eamon would never stand for this, surely. I suppose. Arl Eamon wasn't at Ostagar. He still has all his men. And he was Kaelin's uncle. I know him. He's a good man, respected in the Landsmeet. Of course, we could go to Redcliffe and appeal to him for help.
Such determination. How intriguing.
I still don't know if Arl Eamon's help would be enough. He can't defeat the Darkspawn horde by himself.
I wonder if I can ever use controller on this?
Of course! The treaties! Grey Wardens can demand
So
aid
many
from dwarves,
keys
elves,
we
mages,
press,
and
I
other
don't
places.
know.
They're obligated to help us during a blight.
I may be old, but dwarves, elves, mages, this Arl Eamon, and who knows what else. This sounds like an army to me.
So can we do this? Go to Redcliffe and these other places and build an army?
So you are set then, ready to be Grey Wardens. Now, before you go, there is yet one more thing I can offer you.
The stew is bubbling, Mother dear. Shall we have 2 guests for the eve, or none?
The Grey Wardens are leaving shortly, girl. And you will be joining them.
Such a shame. What?
You heard me, girl. The last time I looked, you had ears. Ha ha!
Have I no say in this?
You have been itching to get out of the wilds for years. Here is your chance. As for you, Wardens, consider this repayment for your lives.
Wow.
Not to look a gift horse in the mouth, but won't this add to our problems? Out of the wilds, she's an apostate.
If you do not wish help from us illegal mages, young man, perhaps I should have left you on that tower.
Point taken.
Mother, this is not how I wanted this. I'm not even ready.
You must be ready. Alone, these two must unite Ferelden against the Darkspawn. They need you, Morrigan. Without you, they will surely fail, and all will perish under the Blight. Even I.
I understand.
And you, Wardens, do you understand? I give you that which I value above all in this world. I do this because you must succeed.
Allow me to get my things, if you please.
I like my swords are weird.
I am at your disposal, Grey Wardens. I suggest a village north of the wilds as our first destination. 'Tis not far, and you will find much you need there. Or, if you prefer, I shall simply be your silent guide. The choice is yours.
You will regret saying that.
Dear, sweet mother, you are so kind to cast me out like this. How fondly I shall remember this moment.
Well, I always said, if you want something done, do it yourself. Or hear about it for a decade or two afterwards.
Do you really want to take her along because her mother says so? I guess you're right. The Grey Wardens have always taken allies where they could find them.
I am so pleased to have your approval. Farewell, Mother. Do not forget the stew on the fire. I would hate to return to a burned-down hut.
Bah! 'Tis far more likely you will return to see this entire area, along with my hut, swallowed up by the Blight.
All I meant was...
Yes, I know. Do try to have fun, dear.
Nice. Oh, I got attacked midway. Oh no, wait a minute. That was a cutscene, right? Yeah.
And I expect each of you to supply these men. We must rebuild what was lost at Ostagar, and quickly. There are those who would take advantage of our weakened state if we let them. We must defeat this Darkspawn incursion, but we must do so sensibly and without hesitation.
Your lordship, if I might speak. You have declared yourself Queen Anora's regent, and claim we must unite under your banner for our own good.
But what of the army lost at Ostagar? Your withdrawal was most fortuitous.
Everything I have done has been to secure Ferelden's independence. I have not shirked my duty to the throne, and neither will any of you!
Cast out now.
The Bannorn will not bow to you simply because you demand it.
Understand this. I will brook no threat to this nation from you or anyone.
Bantegan, please!
Your Majesty, your father risks civil war. If Eamon were here...
Bantegan, my father is doing what is best.
Did he also do what was best for your husband, your Majesty?
Exactly! That's the point I always like to make. He fled. He was a wimp. A weakling. Oh.
Time for more Darkspawn, I see. Now this should be amusing. Delighted. Of course. You are for it. And how's that?
Begin now.
I think he was out there looking for you. He's chosen you. Mabari are like that. They call it imprinting.
Does this mean we're going to have this mangy beast following us about now? Wonderful.
He's not mangy.
Firebird. Master of Combat Training. See, we're gonna go from here. We're gonna get them. Then we're gonna go to the tower. Then we get that. Then we're gonna go them, there. Oh look, it's the.
Wake up, gentlemen! More travelers to attend to. Led by an elf, of all things.
They don't look much like them others, you know.
Exactly.
Maybe we should just let these ones pass.
Nonsense. Greetings, travelers!
Highwaymen, preying on those fleeing the Darkspawn, I suppose.
They are fools to get in our way. I say, teach them a lesson.
Now, is that any way to greet someone? A simple 10 silvers, and you're free to move on.
What did I tell you? No wagons, and this one looks armed.
The toll applies to everyone, Heinrich. That's why it's a toll, and not, say, a refugee tax.
Oh, right. Even if you're no refugee, you still gotta pay.
Well, I can't say I'm pleased to hear that. We have rules, you know.
Right. We get to ransack your corpse then. Those are the rules. Did he say he's a Grey Warden? Them ones killed the king.
Traitors to Ferelden, I hear. Teyrn Loghain put quite a bounty on any who are found.
But aren't them Grey Wardens good? I mean, really good? Good enough to kill a king?
You have a point. Well, let's forget about the toll. We'll just leave you to your darkspawn fighting, king-killing ways. You don't say.
They is really good, boss. Remember?
Well, yes. 20 silvers? That's all we've collected today. Then take it. Do enjoy your stay in Lothering and all that.
No, I didn't want to beat someone up. That's not me. Oh, wait.
Delighted.
Yeah! Ah!
All right.
It's your time to die!
All right, we surrender. We're just trying to get by before the darkspawn get us all. Yes, I'm a criminal. I admit it. I apologize. Yes, of course. The coins we collected are right here. Just over 100 silvers. The rest is in the chests we brought. I swear. What, are you joking, right? I could never be a soldier. I'm not going down without a fight.
Thanks for your money, you fool!
And so I shall.
I hope you can enjoy
You will learn to fear me!
Delighted.
Another battle, I see.
It's so precious the way you go on. Truly, it is.
Stupid bandits.
Of course.
Stupid bandits. I told you what was gonna happen. You were gonna follow my lead and join me. But no! You had to be stubborn. You had to be ignorant. And you had to be an idiot and challenge me. No.
Well, there it is. Lothering. Pretty as a painting.
Ah, so you have finally decided to rejoin us, have you? Falling on your blade in grief seemed like too much trouble, I take it.
Is my being upset so hard to understand? Have you never lost someone important to you? Just what would you do if your mother died?
Before or after I stopped laughing.
Right, very creepy. Forget I asked.
I still like Morgan for that. What would you if your mother died? Before or after I stopped laughing? Right. I get it. Creepy! I agree.
Yes, I know. I was just thinking.
No wonder it took so long, then.
Oh, I get it. This is the part where we're shocked to discover how you've never had a friend your entire life.
I can be friendly when I desire to. Alas, desiring to be more intelligent does not make it so.
Anyway, I thought we should talk about where we intend to go first. I agree. Have you looked at them? There are 3 main groups that we have treaties for. The Dalish Elves, the Dwarves of Orzammar, and the Circle of Magi. I also still think that Arleman is our best bet for help. Well, we'll need to decide.
Where can we go? This is no better than what we left.
Poor refugees. I don't give a care. Oh, Templar.
You there. If you're... Move on if you can. Lothering's lost. We've had refugees streaming from the south for the last 2 days. The Chantry and Tavern are full to bursting. There simply isn't enough food to go around, and we Templars can barely keep order. You'd be better off elsewhere, my friend. Best of luck, wherever you might go.
I'm cold. I don't like this. Have you seen my mother? Some mean men with swords came, and Mother told me to run to the village. She said she'd be right behind me, but I've been waiting and waiting, and I can't see her. Mother said I wasn't to go with anyone. I'm supposed to wait for her here, in the village. I will, but only if I don't find Mother first. So, are you really an elf? Father says elves aren't very nice, but you're nicer than everybody here. Thank you for helping me.
Thank you, kid, for doing stereotypes. You're an elf, aren't you? Yes. Well, elves aren't that nice.
I have a wonder, Alistair, if you will indulge me.
Do I have a choice?
Of the 2 of you that remain, are you not the senior Grey Warden here? I find it curious that you allow another to lead while you follow.
You find that curious, do you?
In fact, you defer to a new recruit. Is this the policy of the Grey Wardens, or simply a personal one?
What do you want to hear? That I prefer to follow? I do.
You sound so very defensive.
Couldn't you crawl into a bush somewhere and die?
What do you wish of me? We are hardly alone, so privacy is not an option. It is your question, however. Ask what you will.
No, I don't want to call her a heartless shrew or anything insulting. There's a couple things we need to check out.
How dare you accuse me of thievery? I saw you take the supplies from my car. Your grassland eyes are inept.
Shokke basit Tisra. Rit merade twasit. You aren't one of my captors. I have nothing to say that would amuse you, elf. Leave me in peace. I'm in a cage, am I not? I've been placed here by the Chantry. I am Sten of the Beresad, the vanguard of the Kunari peoples.
Huh, the Kunari are very, very tough bricks, I know. Huh.
You mock me. Or you show manners I have not come to expect in your lands. Though it matters little now, I will die soon enough.
This is a proud and powerful creature, trapped as prey for the Darkspawn. If you cannot see a use for him, I suggest releasing him for mercy's sake alone.
Mercy? I wouldn't have expected that from you.
I would also suggest that Alistair take his place in the cage.
Yes, that's what I would have expected.
I suggest you leave me to my fate. No doubt. What help do you seek? The Blight. Are you a Grey Warden, then? Surprising. My people have heard legends of the Grey Warden's strength and skill. Though I suppose not every legend is true. Perhaps if you told her the Grey Wardens need my assistance, it seems as likely to bring my death as waiting here. Farewell, then.
Eaten alive by Darkspawn. That's cruel. I wonder why the revered mother's so afraid of him.
Enough! People here are already desperate and frightened. They don't need you two coming to blows.
Yeah, people.
I said enough!
Lady.
You got a bed for the night? You taken care of? Don't need blades right now. We need beds, food, and an end to all these sad sots. I don't suppose you know anything of tonics, medicines, or herbs. Then you may be able to do us a lot of good. All manner of travellers come through, many injured or sick. We do our best, but we're out of supplies. There's medicinal herbs in the woods to the north. If you make a few poultices, I'll scrape together some sort of payment. I'll write all you need to know in this note here.
So she wants plots. So I want to help this town.
Hello, stranger. I don't suppose you know anyone that can make traps? Old man Barlin said that Darkspawn may be coming soon. He's got traps on his farm. I figured I'd put a few on my lands. Barlin wants to poison his traps. I just want normal traps. I didn't mean to bother you. Sorry.
Sorry, I don't know how to make Z-traps.
Did you speak?
Well, look what we have here, men. I think we've just been blessed.
Uh-oh. Loghain's men. This can't be good.
Didn't we spend all morning asking about an elf by this very description, and everyone said they hadn't seen one?
It seems we were lied to.
Gentlemen, surely there's no need for trouble. These are no doubt simply more poor souls seeking refuge.
They're more than that. Now stay out of our way, sister. You protect these traitors, you'll get the same as them.
Right, let's make this quick.
Haha, they're all so eager to die, aren't they?
Defend yourself! Delightful! Tis a good
Right,
day.
you've won. We surrender.
Good. They've learned their lesson and we can all stop fighting now.
What do you want to tell him? I'll tell him right away, now. Thank you.
I apologize for interfering, but I couldn't just sit by and not help. Save my life. I assure you, I can handle myself. Let me introduce myself. I am Liliana, one of the lay sisters of the Chantry here in Lothering. I was.
I'm not romantically interested in you with this character. Wow.
Those men said you're a Grey Warden. You will be battling the Darkspawn, yes? That is what Grey Wardens do. I know after what happened you will need all the help you can get. That's why I'm coming along. That and the Maker wants me to go with you. Then you believe me? I knew the Maker had sent a true dream. A vision that by serving you, I serve his holy plan.
Perhaps your skull was cracked worse than Mother thought.
Thank you. I appreciate being given this chance. I will not let you down.
Well, of course we're not taking...
Indeed.
You're here about food. Take it up with that bleeding runt by the chantry. I got other gear to sell.
What you got? I need weapons. Ooh, it's a one-handed. It's a one-handed iron. I know I just spent all of my money on that, but that's good. Now, Armor Boy, what do you have? Accessories? There. Nice, we got some new weapons. One of them did die though. That was not meaningful to happen, but oh well. Whoops is all I can say. Whoopsie-daisies! Not my plan.
I've got a cousin in the Templars. He says the mages in the tower out on Lake Calenhard are all turning into demons.
They always say that, though.
Well, this time it's true. They're not sure what to do about it yet, he says.
What's to do? I thought you killed them.
So let's talk about your mother for a moment.
I'd rather talk about your mother.
Well, there's nothing to talk about. And besides, isn't your mother a scary witch who lives in the middle of a forest? Much more interesting.
So let's see, she's only got one dagger. Give her another dagger. No, she is not wearing a chain. Where is that Dalish armor, lady? Do you have? Well, you got boots on. That's a 1. Oh, that's 0.75. Those better. Gloves.
To you, perhaps, you would find the moss growing upon a stone interesting.
You know what's more interesting than that? Apostates, mages outside of the tower. That's illegal, you know.
You did not read that in a book somewhere, did you? I hope the small letters did not strain you overmuch.
I forgot how.
Oh, we could not talk about your mother. That.
Yes, talent. So yes, I wanted to know. So she's a bard. Okay, so she's a bard. She's into archery instead of...
That works for me.
So if we can actually get her a bow, we can take that dagger back. We'll get you a bow before we do anything major.
Of course.
Your king is dead. There is no hope. The legions of evil are on your doorstep. They will feast upon our hearts. There is nowhere to run. This evil will cover the world like a plague of locusts.
Please, you're scaring the children.
Better to slit their throats now than let them suffer at Darkspawn hands. There! One of their minions is already amongst us. This man bears their evil stench elves! Can you not see the vile blackness that fills him?
Please stop! Somebody shut his mouth!
But isn't he right? The ban left us. We're going to die.
This minion is but the first of those who will destroy us! No! I have seen them! You cannot run! You cannot fight!
You need to fix your weapon. Look how horrible that is. Yes, it may cause some damage, but my goodness, it looks like you dug that out of the trash, you fool. I mean, seriously. Yeah, it may cause a little more damage, but it looks dull and broken. Where'd you get that weapon? From the trash? Oh, this guy's weapon is just horrible. And hello, Mr. Viewer.
My family, my clan, those creatures butchered them all. Some of us fled here, but we cannot escape the Darkspawn! No! I won't listen to the words of a man tainted by Darkspawn! I ran, hearing my wife's screams as they dragged her off. Why am I here? I should not have gone!
I'm a calming elf.
He was right, wasn't he? There's no hope for us. You're right. We can't give up.
But we can't fight. What are we supposed to do?
We can't lie down and die either. We must go north to Denerim.
There you guys go. See, I can talk you guys down from screaming your head
Your
off.
king is dead! There is no hope!
Thanks for that. Reiterating that point. The king is dead by Logain's hands. I was trying to see who was watching the stream, but I can't for some reason. Okay, a second, we're just standing still as I'm looking at, like, something, okay.
There's word of Darkspawn stragglers, but no sign of the main horde.
Who? I beg your pardon. I did not see you approach.
Sir Donald? Is that you?
Alistair? By the Maker, how are you? I was certain you were dead.
Not yet. No thanks to Turn Logain.
If Arl Eamon were well, he'd set Logain straight soon enough.
If he were well? What do you mean?
The Arl is stricken with an illness that threatens his life. We have found no cure, either natural or magical.
When did this happen?
Only a few weeks ago, but he has declined quickly. No one knows the nature of the illness, and even magic has done little to slow its progress. Our only hope now is a miracle. Every knight of Redcliffe has gone in search of the Urn of Sacred Ashes. Andraste's ashes are said to cure any illness, but I fear we are chasing a fable. With each day, my hope dims. Good luck to you. And to you, Alistair. I hope to one day see you again.
Oh, I have...
We are the only hope of protection this village has.
Now then, what can I do for you?
There you go.
What? And you have his locket? And a note? Maker's mercy. Thank you for giving me these. I would never have known otherwise. Thank you. I wonder how many of us have met similar fates on this mad quest. With Henrik gone, I need to return to Redcliffe. Perhaps later I will seek out the scholar his note mentions. But I must go. Thank you again, good sir. You have been most helpful.
I'm an elven with 2 daggers.
That is all. May the Maker
When
have
the
mercy.
Maker spoke, a chant of light scattered in the darkness.
Good day, Sister Leliana. I'm surprised to see you're still in Lothering.
It is good to see you as well, Your Reverence.
I do not recognize your companion. Greetings. Will you be making a donation to the Chantry? Our need has never been greater. I understand. Not all are wealthy enough to spare even a few coins for the Maker's favor. What can I do for you, then? It might have been kinder to execute him, but I leave his fate to the Maker. Why does he interest you? Then his next victims might count you and me as their murderers. And what do you say on this, Leliana? You know your friend better than I.
These are unusual times, Your Reverence. With us, the Kunari might do some good. I am sure of it, in fact.
Were things not so desperate? Very well, I trust you. Take these keys to his cage and make her watch over you.
Thank you, Your Reverence. Your trust is not misplaced.
Yes? What can I do for you now? A Grey Warden? Here? Oh dear. You put me in a difficult position. You must know that Tairn Loghain declared the Grey Wardens to be outlaws. You have not heard? The Tairn claims that the Grey Wardens are responsible for the King's death. There is a price on your head. Lay low, and I promise to keep your presence a secret. That is the best I can do. Now, if there is nothing else... I cannot help you without risking the safety of this village and Chantry. The best I can do is keep your presence a secret. I am sorry. Now, if there is nothing else...
I was hoping to receive your blessing.
For a Grey Warden? Yes. You have a difficult road to walk, don't you?
Give me your blessing!
In Andraste's name, I call upon the Maker to watch over his child and creation. Watch over his path, O Maker. Give him light in darkness. So let it be. Now, if there is nothing else...
Nope, I gotta go.
May the Maker guard you, Grey Warden.
And when the chant spreads across all four corners of the world, let it rise at last to the
I'm not
ears of
gonna
the
stay here for
Maker.
6 hours listening to preaching. Items received? What? What'd I receive? Some trap stuff. Ooh, I got some... Ooh, I got some stuff to sell. Neat. I got no new weapons that I really want. No armor. I got some stuff to sell. Oh, wait. Whoa. We have... ancient treaties. Okay, so we have Elford, right? Herbalism. Now, if they want me to craft the elf fruit card, then I can't. I'm sorry, I can't give you the potions. I got potions. Don't worry, I can give you some. But I don't have the ability to craft because I don't have any flasks. Oh, I can try these potions out, but for some reason I don't reuse them. For some dumb reason. Not there's that Chantry board. So...
So tell me something, Morrigan. Did you live there in that forest your entire life?
I left it on occasion, but I always returned. Why? Is that so strange? It was my home.
But it was just you and your mother there. No one...
You wish something more of me? I confess, I did not think the priestess would part with it. Perhaps we have different ideas of freedom. So be it. Set me free and I will follow you against the Blight. And so it is done. I will follow you into battle. In doing so, I shall find my atonement.
Nice.
May we proceed? I am eager to be elsewhere.
Nice. So I prefer to have... See, he doesn't have much on him, so I like this team I already have. Go to our camp.
Let's be silent now.
Stealthy voices. I know there's enemies up ahead. I'm not an idiot. Right here.
We done heard what was said. You're a warden. I don't know if you killed King Cailan, and make her forgive me, I don't care. But that bounty on your head could feed a lot of hungry bellies. Attack!
Such talent! Now this is more like
Your
it.
time to die!
The
preserver! You should run like that!
Let's make this quick! I think like a and stay down!
Be defeated.
Chantry, do a prayer for them because they were just idiots. Stealth.
They won't hear a thing.
I know there's bad guys up there, and I need to go kill them. See, there's Alfred right there, but I can't craft it without flasks.
Back, Sandal! Don't let him touch you!
A bit more dying!
I'll try to be merciful!
Why do they bother?
Of course.
Let us end this! Defend yourself!
And so I shall.
Mighty timely arrival there, my friend. I'm much obliged.
Hello, Mr. Dwarf. You're welcome.
The name's Bodon Feddick, merchant and entrepreneur. This here is my son, Sandal. Say hello, my boy.
Hello.
Road's been mighty dangerous these days. Mind if I ask what brings you out here? Perhaps we're going the same way.
That's why. Call. Good mommy. Kitty kitty. Give me a second. Where is he?
Grey Wardens. My, that does rather explain a lot. No offence, but I suspect there's more excitement on your path than my boy and I can handle. Allow me to bid you farewell and good fortune, though.
Goodbye.
Now then, let's get this mess cleaned up, shall we?
What do we have left in the loading? They want the plants. Yes, we got some stuff. Lothering will die once I leave here. No matter what I do, Lothering will die. But there doesn't seem like there's much options left to do. I could craft the potions if I have the jars. Gather my party and venture forth. Lothering, I did what I could help you with. I'm out. No matter what I do, Lothering will die, to my knowledge. There might be another option I don't recognize. I was clapping right now, was all I'm waiting. So the demon is underground.
Bad dreams, huh? Well, it is real, sort of. You see, part of being a Grey Warden is being able to hear the Darkspawn. That's what your dream was, hearing them. The Archdemon, it talks to the Horde. And we feel it just as they do. That's why we know this is really a blight. I don't know if it's really a dragon, but it sure looks like one. But yes, that's the Archdemon. It takes a bit, but eventually you can block the dreams out. Some of the older Grey Wardens say they can understand the Archdemon a bit, but I sure can't. Anyhow, when I heard you thrashing around, I thought I should tell you. It was scary at first for me, too. Other than dying young and the whole defeat the Blight alone thing, no. I'm all tapped out for surprises. Anyhow, you're up now, right? Let's pull up camp and get a move on.
Uh-huh. Enchantment! Soldier Peak. Ah, so there's two more. Yep. More calls red. Boom, that's what we're going for. That quest right there. Liliana!
Yes?
I'd like to talk.
Well, here I am.
This is, oh, this is fun. I'll give you gifts. I'll spend my gold to give you gifts.
Ah, it's good to see you, my timely rescuer. Bodon Feddick, at your service, once again. I saw your camp and thought to myself, what safer place to rest for the evening than in the camp of a Grey Warden? I'm perfectly willing to offer you a fine discount for the inconvenience of our presence. How does that sound? Good? Yes? Wonderful. Thank the gentleman, won't you, boy?
Thank you, sir.
We won't be a bother to you and your companions, I assure you. If you should need enchantments, simply talk to my boy. Otherwise, come speak with me.
Enchantment!
Hello.
The boy's a bit simple, but he's rather good with enchantments. One of those tranquil fellas actually called him a... what was it now? A savant. I had no idea such a thing existed. He can fold lyrium into almost any weapon or piece of armor, though naturally some of the more extravagant materials will take more lyrium than others. It's a process that some of the master smiths back in Orzammar will perform, but my boy here is just as adept at it. Isn't that right, boy?
Enchantment!
And there you have it.
Enchantment!
See, I have a journeyman lightning in it, but I don't have nothing to put it on. Okay.
Are you sure I can't interest you in this hat? A pair of earrings, perhaps? A cheese knife? I'm sure you'll be pleased with the goods my boy and I have collected, and with your discount.
Alright, man, what do you got? First things first, I need to start to make my friends or lovable. Don't want to spend it all on them. So I'm only going to buy a total of 20 of these gifts. I want more than that. Morgan over here, this lady here.
What do you wish of me?
Like to discuss something.
We're in camp, so 'tis as good a time as any.
Either one. So how do you use these gifts again? See where we can speak out better. I guess let's go combat movement. Okay.
What do you wish of me?
I'd like to ask you something.
If you must.
You're a hard man to find. Where are my manners? The name is Levy Dryden. Did Duncan ever mention me? Levy of the coins? Levy the trader?
Never heard of you. I never did.
Really?
Actually,
He never told you of old Levy? We've known each other for years. But here I am carrying on while you have a blight to stop. Don't want to waste your time. But you see, Duncan promised that together we'd look into something important for the Wardens. And for me. But poor Duncan's... well, no more. A tragedy it is, at that. But I know he would want his work carried on. His pledge fulfilled. My family, well, past a bit checkered to see. Nobles look at us with disdain. My great-great-grandmother, Sophia Dryden, was the last Warden Commander of Ferelden back when the Wardens were known as freeloaders. So King Arland banished the Wardens, and he took House Dryden's land and titles. Duncan wanted to reclaim the old Grey Warden base, Soldier's Peak, and perhaps we'll uncover evidence to restore my family's honour along the way. Nobody's been to Soldier's Peak since the Grey Wardens were banished, but I found a way. They say it's haunted, and it's certainly dangerous. Will you help me? A thousand blessings upon you, Warden. I'll mark down the location on your map. When you arrive, we'll pick our way through the tunnels together.
Good. I was not ready to go do that yet.
What do you need? Ask away. Essentially, they're trained to fight. The The Chantry would tell you that the Templars exist simply to defend. But don't let them fool you. They're an army. The other main purpose for a Templar is, of course, to hunt mages. To that end, we train in talents that drain mana and disrupt spells. Perhaps, but there usually isn't much of an opportunity. The Chantry keeps a close rein on its Templars. We are given lyrium to help develop our magical talents, you see. Which means we become addicted. And since the Chantry controls the lyrium trade with the dwarves, well, I'm sure you can put two and two together. Thankfully, no. You only start receiving lyrium once you've taken your vows. You don't need lyrium in order to learn the Templar talents. Lyrium just makes Templars' talents more effective, or so I was told. Maybe it doesn't even do that. The Chantry usually doesn't let their Templars get away, either, so they can spread their secrets. I'm a bit of an exception. Lucky me.
Woo!
What do you need? Ask away. I suppose I could. But I really would rather not. When the Grand Cleric let Duncan recruit me, she made me swear never to reveal Templar secrets outside of the Chantry. I'd rather not go back on my word. Of course I do. It's just... I don't think you necessarily need Templar secrets to defeat the Darkspawn. Ask me later, perhaps. Maybe I'll change my mind. This is not something small you're asking, after all.
Fine!
Indeed.
Indeed.
Yes.
Going to the woods for the Dalish. Doody doody doo, doody doo doo, Dalish. Dalish elves, like me. Alright, I'm gonna get frightened. What do you think? How?
Undar and Atishan, my friend. You have come a long way. I give you the welcome of our clan. These are curious companions you have. Might I ask the purpose of your visit? As you wish. Ask your companions to remain close. We are unused to outsiders.
Is that bow, I don't know, all outrageously big?
I see we have a guest. And one of our own, no less.
This one comes from one of our sister clans to the north, Keeper.
You travel with a curious assortment of companions, I see. Tell me, what business might you have with us? As you see, we have our own issues to deal with. You might have simply said so to begin with. Masirinus Mithra, you may return to your post.
Manuvinen, Keeper.
Now, perhaps we might introduce ourselves. I am Zathrian, Keeper and Haran of this clan. You are? If you came to bring news of the Blight in the south, it is not needed. I had already sensed its corruption. I would have taken the clan north by now, had we the ability to move. Sadly, as you can see, we do not.
Yes, it seems like you've had your own troubles. What are the odds?
Do not allow our troubles to burden you, though I suspect they may impact your mission. I imagine you are here
like
regarding the
Tupac
treaty
from
we signed
Voyager.
centuries ago. Unfortunately, we may not be able to live up to the promise we made. This will require some explanation. Please, follow me. The clan came to the Brazilian forest 1 month ago, as is our custom when we enter this part of Ferelden. We are always wary of the dangers in the forest, but we did not expect the werewolves would be lying in wait for us. They ambushed us, and though we drove the beasts back, much damage was done. Many of our warriors lie dying as we speak. Even with all our magic and healing skill, we will eventually be forced to slay our brethren to prevent them from becoming beasts. The Blight's evil must be stopped, but we are in no position to uphold our obligations. I am truly sorry. The affliction is a curse that runs rampant in their blood, bringing great agony and then ultimately either death or a transformation into something monstrous. The only thing that could help them must come from the source of the curse itself, and that would be no trivial task to retrieve. Within the Brazilian forest dwells a great wolf. We call him Witherfang. It was within him that the curse originated, and through his blood that it has been spread. If he is killed and his heart brought to me, perhaps I could destroy the curse. But this task has proven too dangerous for us.
I'll do it.
I sent some hunters into the forest a week ago, but they have not returned. I cannot risk any more of my clan. I must warn you that more than werewolves lurk in the Brazilian forest. It has a history full of carnage and murder, you see. Where there is so much death, the veil separating the spirit realm from our own becomes thin, allowing spirits to possess things, living or dead. But if you can indeed help, then I wish you luck. Then I suggest you see Master Verathorn. I will instruct him to put aside some supplies for you, the kind that the hunters use. I must return to caring for my people. Creator's speed on your way.
Interesting. 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 Interesting.
Oh, thank you. That's very nice. Oh, thank you. That's very nice.
Interesting.
Oh, thank you. That's very nice.
Now I can get into where I look.
Why do you always go on about how stupid I am? I'm not stupid, am I?
I think go to the camp. I want to save at the camp this time. So I just did all that stuff tomorrow because I want to have her romantically interested. Then I'm going to save it, and that's where I want to end it. Yeah, and now why I did it to him was so I could probably get that Templar skill set, so it'd make me stronger. So that's why I did it to him.
I await your command.
I like this system.
We're in camp, so 'tis as good a time as any.
Never mind. I want to ask you to deed to me.
I await your command. At times, perhaps. A world full of people and buildings and things was all very foreign to me. If I wished companionship, I ran with the wolves and flew with the birds. If I spoke, 'twas to the trees. For a time, but one can only remain a child for so long. I recall the first time I crept beyond the edge of the wilds. I did so in animal form, remaining in the shadows and watching these strange townsfolk from afar. I happened upon a noblewoman by her carriage, adorned in sparkling garments the likes of which I had never before seen. I was dazzled. This, to me, seemed what true wealth and beauty must be. I snuck up behind her and stole a hand mirror from the carriage. 'Twas encrusted in gold and crystalline gemstones, and I hugged it to my chest with delight as I sped back to the wilds. Flemeth was furious with me. I was a child and had not yet come into my full power, and I had risked discovery for the sake of a pretty bauble. To teach me a lesson, Flemeth took the mirror and smashed it upon the ground. I was heartbroken. And a foolish one. Flemeth was right to break me of my fascination. Beauty and love are fleeting and have no meaning. Survival has meaning. Power has meaning. Without those lessons, I would not be here today, as difficult as they might have been. Sorry? There is no need to feel sorry for me. What is there to be sorry for? To return to your original question, perhaps my time in the wilds was indeed lonely, but such was how it had to be. I find myself at times wondering what might have become of the girl with the beautiful golden mirror, but such fantasies have no place amidst reality.
If there's anything I can do for you, please,
Sorry about my
tell
phone.
me.
I gotta remember to put that on there. On silent.
I'm sure you'll be pleased with the goods my boy and I have collected, and with your discount.
Yes, I like to sell you some items I have that I see absolutely no use.
I await your command. So, full of questions, are you?
I guess it's gonna take some time to get her up higher, so she's like, hey, I love you. I just want it like that.
Something on your mind? Of course. Others, yes, but not yourself. I need someone who's trained first as a warrior. It's as much about discipline as anything. I guess if I'm going to give up Chantry secrets, I may as well go all the way. Send whoever you want trained to me in camp, and I'll see what I can do.
Why are we stopping? There are Darkspawn to be fought. Is this delay needful? As you wish.
Yes. Well, here I am.
Okay, I think we're just gonna stop it right here. I've got to take a break for a bit.
Interesting.
Why, thank you so much. Why, thank you so much. Why, thank you so much.
What I want her to do is teach me to be a bard.
I must say that traveling with you has opened my eyes to how wrong some are about the Dalish. You are not at all savage, and I've not seen you snatch away women and children without provocation. If my people were more open to interacting with yours, we could do away with such misperceptions. I hear many city folk talk about how wonderful it must be to live simpler lives, close to the earth. They could learn from the Dalish. How marvelous that must be. I have met very few elves, and those that I have met were pledged to the service of Orlesian nobles. Elven servants are well compensated for their services. Some of them live richer lives than humans. A well-trained elven servant is highly valued in Orlais. They are nimble and dexterous, and many people find them pleasing to look at. I am sorry. I have offended and I did not mean to do so. Something I can help with? Yes? What's on your mind? My mother was from Denerim, and I consider myself a Ferelden. Mother served an Orlesian noblewoman who lived here when Orlais ruled. When Orlais was defeated and the common folk began to resent the presence of any Orlesian, the lady returned to Orlais. She took my mother with her. I was born in Orlais and did not set foot in Ferelden till much later. Mother was always telling me stories of her homeland. I think she missed it. Mother died when I was very young. Lady Cecilie let me stay with her. I had no one else. She was quite old then, and she had me study music and dance to entertain her.
The stream's up.
It is
on
unfair
the 15th
that I have more memories of Cecilie than
go
my
up on
mother.
YouTube. I'll try to spread out.
Strangely, the only thing I really remember of Mother was her scent. She kept dried flowers in her closet amongst her clothes. Small white Ferelden wildflowers with a sweet fragrance. Mother called them Andraste's Grace. They were very rare in Orlais. But enough about that. Let us move on.
I want you to teach me to be a bard.
Something I can help with? What is meant by someone like me? Did you think I was always a cloistered sister? The Chantry provides succor and safe harbor to all who seek it. I chose to stay and become affirmed. I was a traveling minstrel in Orlais. Tales and songs were my life. I performed, and they rewarded me with applause and coin. And my skill in battle? Well, you pick up different skills when you travel, yes? Yes, of course. Let's move on.
No. I want you to teach me.
Something I can help with? Yes? What's on your mind? Of course I do. I love stories far too much to keep them to myself.
I'm putting down my
Everyone
keyboard
should
for
be
a
able to
second.
benefit from them, I think. Which one? I know a little about your people, but I may be misinformed, and I would hate to offend you. I have heard a little about how the elves gained their freedom from the Tevinter Imperium. When Andraste began her exalted march against the Imperium, the elves joined her cause to fight their masters. The great elven leader, Shatan, born in captivity, rose up to lead his people. He foresaw a future where the elves were free. Shatan was killed when Andraste was betrayed, but the elves continued to fight, eventually breaking free of the Imperium. The elves claimed the Dales in the south and settled there in a land of their own. The elves lived in the Dales for centuries. They resurrected the worship of the elven gods and would allow the building of no chantry. This angered the chantry, and the hostility between the two factions finally broke out in open war. The chantry says the elves struck first, but I do not know whether to believe it. The chantry declared a wholly exalted march against the elves, named for Andraste's similar march against Tevinter. During the exalted march of the Dales, the elven cities were sacked, and the elven state completely dissolved. Some of the elves bitterly accepted their fates and surrendered to human rule, living in the human cities as second-class citizens. But others, still fiercely proud of their heritage, refused to bow to the humans, and instead became homeless wanderers. There were the elves of the Dales, the Dalish.
Let's just move on. Alright.
Something I can help with?
I'll talk to you
Yes?
about something.
What's on your mind?
This.
Where did you hear this? And you believe everything you hear? Not all minstrels are spies. Most are just singers and storytellers, but some of them are what we call bards. Bards are minstrels and more. Spies, as you say. Some say there is a bard order, but I don't think this is true. Many bards work alone or in small groups, doing the bidding of a patron who pays for their services. If there is an organization behind it all, no one knows who they are. Nobles, mostly. In Orlais, there is much rivalry amongst the highborn. They fight over land, influence, and the favor of the Empress. But they cannot do this openly because it is impolite, and in public, they wear smiling faces and pretend to be civil. In secret, they plot and scheme to destroy each other. It is a game completely meaningless to anyone but its players. I have revealed too much, it seems, but it doesn't matter what I used to be. It is the past. My skills served me well, but the day finally came when I decided to just put them aside. I found myself in Ferelden and sheltered from bad weather in the Chantry, and when the storm passed, I just did not want to leave. I like to say the Maker brought me here. Something I can help with? There's an idea. I've watched you, and I do think you'd find some of my skills quite easy to pick up. Let's just go over there, away from the others, for safety, yes? I expect there shall be daggers flying about willy-nilly for a time.
Woo! Dagger flying! Specialization unlocked. Bird! Alright. Skills. Go. There we go. Nope, that's not it yet. I remember what key binding it is. Morgan. Whatever that's name.
I await your command.
I'd like to ask you something personal.
We are in camp, so 'tis as good a time as any.
See, that's not the thing I want to say. I want to get in your pants.
I await your command.
Well, summer pants? I don't remember.
So, full of questions, are you? I was not born such. 'Tis a skill of Flemeth's, taught over many years in the wilds. The chastened have tales of we witches, saying that we assume the forms of creatures to watch them from hiding. When a child is alone and separate from his tribe, that is when we strike, dragging the young boy kicking and screaming to our lair to be devoured. A most amusing legend. Changing her form, certainly. Devouring lost children, I cannot say. She has not done it in my experience, though in truth my lifespan is but a fraction of her own. Why do you ask? Is there something specific you wish to know? The form of an animal is different from my own. One may study the creature, learn to move as it does, think as it does. In time, this allows one to become as it is. I gain nothing by studying another human. I already am the same as they are. I learn nothing. So the answer is no, my human form is the only one I possess. Anyone with sufficient will, but the act of transformation is a magical one. 'Tis a spell and thus requires a mage's talents. If you had a notion to learn such a skill for yourself, sadly, you must remain disappointed. There were nights when the wilds called to me, 'tis true. You look upon the world around you and you think you know it well. I have smelled it as a wolf, listened as a cat, prowled shadows that you never dreamed existed. But my life is as a human. I am under no illusions to the contrary.
See, I'm not talking as much because they're talking.
They do not shy away from me. To their senses, I believe I seem like any other of their species. As to what they think, I truly cannot say. Just as I am still human, no matter my form, they are still animals. Thus they cannot speak, even were I to ask. Oh? Then I have no doubt your people do much to keep their talents well hidden from humans. I wonder if I was to ask one of your keepers of the origin of their magics, if there would be any relation to what I was taught. Ah, this makes sense according to what I know of the elves. Alas. Indeed. Have you an opinion on my abilities, then? Am I an unnatural abomination to be put to the torch? Oh, you're simply full of surprises, little man, aren't you? But enough of such talk. Let us proceed, lest the dust gather on us. I await your command.
Like that.
So, full of questions, are you? Why do you ask me such questions? I do not probe you for pointless information, do I? Beg pardon, then, while I jump for joy. What is it you asked? If I grew up in the wilds? A curious question. Where else would you picture me? For many years it was simply Flemeth and I. The wilds and its creatures were more real to me than Flemeth's tales of the world of man. In time I grew curious. I left the wilds to explore what lay beyond, never for long. Brief forays into a civilized wilderness. For the most part, Flemeth taught me well. For all that I had been taught, however, the truth of the civilized lands proved to be
This is gonna be a long stream
overwhelming.
going up.
I was unfamiliar with so much. So confident and bold was I, yet there was much that Flemeth could never have prepared me for. I rather doubt that. Only once was I accused of being a witch of the wilds, and that by a chastened who happened to be travelling with a merchant caravan. He pointed and gasped and began shouting in his strange language, and most assumed he was casting some curse upon me. I acted the terrified girl, and naturally, he was arrested. Men are always willing to believe two things about a woman. One, that she is weak, and two, that she finds him attractive. I played the weakling and battered my eyelashes at the captain of the guard. Child's play. The point being that I was able to move through human lands fairly easily. Whatever humans think a witch of the wild looks like, 'tis not I. Not that I did not have trouble. There are things about human society which have always puzzled me, such as the touching. Why all the touching for a simple greeting? Do not speak to me of trivialities. Your culture is not so entirely different. There were many nuances that Flemeth could never tell me of. When to look into another's eyes, how to eat at a table, how to bargain without offending. None of these things I knew. I still do not understand it all, truth be told, but then I gave up long ago any hope of doing so. When I returned to the wilds last, I swore to Flemeth that I had no intention of leaving again. Yes, here I am. Well, let's get on with it before the ground opens up and swallows us, yes?
Okay, that's not gonna happen, Morgan.
'Tis cold in my tent, all alone.
Oh, we can't.
So you shall come to my tent? But whatever shall we do in that tiny little space together while we wait for it to warm? Good. Then let us waste no more time with foolish talk.
Okay, so that happened. Flemeth! Not Flemeth, Morgan. Woohoo! We got a witch.
I see the stories they tell of Grey Warden endurance are not exaggerated. Indeed there are. The unanswered question, of course, is whether the endurance exists because of the taint within you, or because the Grey Wardens are by nature so very healthy. I enjoy the thought that 'tis a little of both. Natural prowess, driven by a darker side. That is entirely up to you. Simply know that I have no designs on your independence. I wish only to do what I desire, and if that coincides with what you desire, then so be it. And should you decide not to continue our misadventure, then so be it. Very simple, is it not? Oh, now you ruin the mood by speaking profanities. Silly man. Come then, let us be off before the others begin to stare.
Ooh. Gone with Wild. Oh, she just screwed that last bit.
I have something for you. 'Tis a ring. Now, before you get any foolish notions, let me explain. Flemeth once gave me the ring because it allowed her to find me no matter where I went, in case I was ever captured by hunters. I disabled its power as soon as we left the wilds. Recently, however, I thought to change it. Now, I will be able to find whoever wears it instead. It is not given out of sentimentality. I believe you are too important to risk. If you were captured, this ring would allow the rest of us to find you quickly. Flemeth used to say that 'twas a link between us, one that I presumed worked both ways. I never tested it, but I doubt she would have lied over such a thing, so it would mean I am linked to you as much as you to I. I do not know. As I said, I never tested it. Perhaps. You are welcome. Perhaps it will be useful someday.
Can't put that ring on. I ain't ever taking that off. Woohoo! We gotta wear Morgan's ring.
We are in camp, so 'tis as good a time as any. What's this? 'Tis a rather odd discussion you seem to desire, leaning in so closely. Oh, it's humor you desire, hmm? I didn't realize comedy had anything to do with this. How true. Let us do it right, then. We are in camp, so 'tis as good a time as any. Discuss away. What is there to speak of? Do you wish me to tell you how wonderful you are? Shall I say you are virile and manly? I prefer action over words. Why don't you prove it to me, hmm? Good. I hate long discussions.
Are we gonna go back to the tent again? Okay, good. I just got ask you something.
So, full of questions, are you?
Never mind. Alrighty then, so we are now romantically interested with Morrigan. Items that bonus, dual strafing, so the beginning cool buffs up for Morrigan will always go with us, so I agree with she'll never leave. Though I've noticed she doesn't have a new wand yet. I don't have a wand. Alright, we're gonna save the game. That was a lot. Quite that just hit the fan. Alrighty, control tab. And that's the end